Ladies and gentlemen, dear partners of the city of Düsseldorf and our booth, it's good to see you all. It's good to see so many of you. Special welcome to my colleague Henriette Reker, Mayor of Cologne. Welcome to Düsseldorf at MIPIM. And a very warm welcome to you all at MIPIM 2023. Düsseldorf is here for the 23rd time, and we are happy to cooperate with 12 partners here at our booth. The pandemic is now behind us, but we are already facing new major challenges. A war in the middle of Europe, rising energy costs, the climate crisis. So making Düsseldorf fit for the future is a great challenge. Cities are facing major changes. We need to focus on the quality of locations, the mix of usages, and the demands of new forms of mobility. We are fortunate that in Düsseldorf many exciting projects are not only being planned, but are already being implemented, helping us to increase the quality of life in our city. And that's the reason why my presentation this year is called Planning, Building, Living. Some hard facts to start with. Düsseldorf is a prospering metropolis with a very high quality of life, moderate costs of living, short distances, and a high leisure value. Düsseldorf is home to more than 650,000 people, being the 6th largest city in Germany. One of Europe's most attractive business locations, the 2nd largest industrial location in NRW, an ideal starting point to enter German and European markets, a magnet for successful companies with almost 38,000 companies in town and more than 550,000 employees working in the city. Düsseldorf is not only in the heart of Europe's economic powerhouse, but also at the center of one of the most densely populated regions in Europe. 30.5 million inhabitants within 50 kilometers are an enormous market and consumer potential similar to that of London or Paris. Short distances, quick routes and easy accessible institutions and utilities are a significant advantage of our city. The airport, our expo and trade fair site, the central railway station, our city hall in the old part of town, and the university, all important destinations, are within minutes away from one another. Düsseldorf is also very well connected globally by air, water, rail, and road, and all other European cities can be reached within 3 hours or less. Düsseldorf's international airport is the 4th largest in Germany and the largest airport in North Rhine-Westphalia. But despite short distances, we still need new concepts for urban mobility of the future. Individual transport, business traffic, cyclists and pedestrians all have to be accommodated in the city. We are strengthening public transport, enhance the conditions for cyclists and pedestrians, and at the same time ensure that the demands of the economy and businesses are taken care of. With the support of our local energy utility, the Stadtwerke Düsseldorf, we have made Düsseldorf the #1 city for public charging solutions with a fast-growing infrastructure for e-mobility. Düsseldorf is a hotspot for founders and innovators. The city is home to a growing number of more than 500 startups. Innovation is driven by the economic strength of the city and a vibrant cluster of research and development. More than 50 public and private universities with around 600,000 students in the region form the densest R&D environment in Europe, with research activities in hydrogen, renewable energies, energy efficiency, and other future-driven technologies. Düsseldorf's economy has proved to be resilient and ready for innovation and transformation. Sustainability is crucial for the future of our city. We need to prepare Düsseldorf for climate change, allowing the quality of life to be kept and even improved for all our residents. How do we make our city fit for hot summers? How do we protect it from heavy rain? These are the questions that we have to address. Did you know that Toulouse, only 500 kilometers away from Cannes, is Düsseldorf's climate twin? By the end of the century, it is expected that temperatures in Düsseldorf will approach those being experienced in Toulouse right now. And that might be appealing for some of us, but for urban planning, this means constant greening, less sealing, and new concepts for rainwater, such as the concept of a sponge city to counteract major bouts of rain. A mix of functions is important. A sustainable city mixes functions like living, working, shopping, and green. Urban design and real estate developments ensure a high quality of life and a pleasant stay in Düsseldorf. But we also thrive to foster leisure activities and major events. For example, several major sporting events are set to take place this year and next. The Invictus Games will be held in Düsseldorf in 2023, an international sport event for members of the armed services founded and fostered by Harry, Duke of Sussex. And Düsseldorf will be the host city for the UEFA Euro 2024. 5 matches of this outstanding sports event will take place in Düsseldorf in June and July 2024. But let's now turn to the part of my presentation which is of course especially relevant for you as representatives of the real estate industry. With the development of Köbogen 1 and Köbogen 2, the city has demonstrated its ability to implement successful urban developments. But now it's time for the next step into the future. The Königsallee, our magnificent boulevard in the center of Düsseldorf, is at the heart of a huge transformation of our inner city, rethinking and renewing its traditional identity. The transformation is already in full swing. We will seize this unique opportunity to strengthen and improve the character and quality of this beautiful avenue, boulevard, and retail destination. But first, let's look at the development of the avenue as a whole. There is a wave of investment on Königsallee that has never been seen before in this dimension. Currently, around 2.5 billion euros are being invested here for the transformation process, and several Königsallee projects are already under construction. A listing from north to south, as you can see it on this chart, shows the new opera in the north. Hopefully it will be there. The Galeria Kaufhof building, a project by Signa. The Karschhaus with the newly designed Heinrich-Heine-Platz, also a project by Signa. The Trinkhaus Carré, that is the former headquarter of the HSBC Bank, done by Momeni. Then Kö 36, done by the Centrum Group, and especially the Calatrava Boulevard, also done by Centrum. Le Coeur, done by Heinz. Then a development of B&L Real Estate at the Steinstraße, and last but not least, Königsallee 106, the Kö Tower, a project of Catella. Undoubtedly, the most spectacular project is the Calatrava Boulevard, a new luxury project on the traditional shopping site of Königsallee. Santiago Calatrava designed the stunning architecture of the boulevard in the rear of the development and also preserved the mature structure of the Königsallee facades. Inside, a new luxury complex is being created with exclusive brands and restaurants across an area of 37,000 square meters. The boulevard itself forms a type of high-ranked atrium with a glass roof that can be opened. I am very happy about the commitment of the Centrum Group. Winning Santiago Calatrava for this project is an outstanding achievement and a great asset for Düsseldorf. The Düsseldorf-based Centrum Group is investing more than 1 billion euros in the project, which is expected to be completed by 2028. New constructions have already started right next to Königsallee at the Heinrich-Heine-Platz and the Karschhaus in Düsseldorf. At the end of January, the redesign of the traditional Heinrich-Heine-Platz and the refurbishment of the more than 100-year-old Karschhaus began. The aim is to create a functional urban space for everyone and to give the Karschhaus a completely new entrance situation. Next year, the KaDeWe Group will open one of its famous department stores in this historical building. The next project on Königsallee, Le Coeur by Heinz. The construction site of Le Coeur by the developer Heinz is currently one of the photo hotspots of Königsallee. It's one of the most Instagrammable sites that we have in Düsseldorf at the moment. Heinz will transform the former Commerzbank into a modern, highly flexible and ecologically optimized office and commercial building on more than 7,000 square meters. 35% to 40% of the bank building's internal structure will be preserved and converted. A lively inner courtyard and several gastronomic facilities will invite visitors to linger and browse. And the first tenant has already been confirmed. The law firm Clifford Chance has signed a lease for 5,100 square meters and is expected to take up residence in 2026. And on the south of Königsallee, the southern end, a 74-meter high tower will provide a new creative and green impulse. The planned building will be designed as a campus, very transparent and open, and current sustainability aspects will also be taken into account. The main tenant will be the architecture offices of RKW, a renowned Düsseldorf architectural firm. We are launching a first project with the Ergo Group. As part of a 10-year green mobility partnership, the insurance company based in Düsseldorf is carrying out the greening of the outer facade of the car park on Düsseldorf's Karlsplatz, which is our main market in the inner city. Suitable plans will be installed on the facade, and preparations are to begin in late summer. Facade greening like this has numerous advantages. The natural space is expanded, the greening reduces carbon emissions, generates oxygen, filters pollutants, and has a cooling effect. And in a second step, we will install a solar power roof and a charging infrastructure for e-mobility in this car park. This is not the first time that we present one of the biggest and most exciting projects in Düsseldorf, the so-called EUREF campus. We are very proud and excited to open the second German campus after Berlin in 2024. The construction work is proceeding, and more companies are deciding to be part of the growing EUREF community in our city. EUREF is a nucleus and a showcase for the transformation of the energy and mobility sector. Mid-sized companies as well as startups and sciences will come together to form a new innovative ecosystem and develop sustainable ideas for the future. Our partner Atenor is planning a sustainable office building right beside a traffic hotspot in the north. Together with HPP Architects, 12,500 square meters are designed as net zero office space with photovoltaic systems, heat pumps, smart building technology, and green roofs. Another good aspect, around 50% of the 186 parking spaces are equipped for e-mobility. Our partner, Die Developer, is also active in Herd in the west of Düsseldorf. The former European headquarters of Fujifilm are now being refurbished and upgraded as Oasis 31. ESG standards are guaranteed by a roof photovoltaic system, e-charging solutions, and a district heating connection. Along with refurbishment, the Japanese flair will remain. The building is upgraded with a Japanese garden with a water basin in the inner courtyard, thus creating an attractive outdoor space. This also convinced CGI Germany, the German branch of Canadian CGI Group, a large IT and business consulting company, who will be taking up residence in Oasis 31. Also in the west of Düsseldorf is this project at Luckallee. in the center of Oberkassel, surrounded by architectural icons such as the old post office and the Kiffhäuser block. Developers Barners and Schmitz are planning a new innovative building in a hybrid timber method of construction. The project combines flexible floor usage, high energy standards and maximum comfort. Outdoor gastronomy also makes it a very lively and livable location. Also in the west of Düsseldorf, Wohncompany NRW, a company of the Zech Group, is developing another building complex at Hansa-Allee. A high-quality mix is being planned in the immediate neighborhood of the Böhler campus, an expo and event location in Düsseldorf. The visualization shows an initial concept, and together with the city of Düsseldorf, Wohncompany NRW has initiated a public participation process. I'm pleased that even in the current situation, more flats are also being built in Düsseldorf. One example is the residential development Motes Carré. Spacious terraces, roof gardens and extensively green roof areas are highlights of this project. The project ensures a healthy microclimate, but also peace and a little bit of nature in a very densely populated urban environment. Metro Campus. Metro is continuing to develop its head offices under the name of Metro Campus. The existing Metro office buildings will be integrated into the new area, and parts of them will be made accessible to the public. The Metro Campus is set to become a culinary marketplace and an urban and pulsating location for meetings and leisure activities. And ladies and gentlemen, a sustainable future requires new ways of thinking in construction, additive building, conversion, and redesign. An example of this is the so-called concrete silo project by Ingenhofen Architects. A historic grain silo was transformed into a state-of-the-art site for office space and medical services. And this also won over the jury of MIPIM awards. The concrete silo is nominated in its Best Refurbished category, and of course, because we like to see Düsseldorf projects win, I sincerely hope that you all will vote for this project. Thank you very much. But finally, I would like to highlight two projects that are particularly important to us as the city's administrators. First, we have the city's new administration building. This building, designed as a high-rise, will offer workplaces tailored to the digital future and will enable better and faster administrative processes. The centralization of roughly 3,000 staff members make the administration more accessible for the public. A consortium of Alles wird gut architects, ZT architects from Vienna and Hertel architects from Steyr won the competition as our partner for the realization of this project. Now let's move on to our absolute highlight project, the new Düsseldorf Opera. Ambition and courage to initiate major new developments have always been a driving force behind Düsseldorf's thriving development in the past. And with great ambition, we plan to build a new opera house, an outstanding venue for opera and culture, as well as an architectural landmark is what we aim for. Our city council has to decide about the site of the new building in June. To prepare for that decision, we carried out a planning competition. And after an intense debate in the jury, 7 designs were selected as winners. 4 at the site of the existing opera at the Heinrich-Heine-Allee and 3 at a new site am Wehrhain, slightly east of the city center. On this chart, you see the 3 winning designs for the location am Wehrhain. And sort of going from top left to the bottom is the design by Studio PFP, Professor Jörg Friedrich from Hamburg, and then HPP, Architekten aus Düsseldorf, and GMP, Berlin, welcome to you as well, is on the bottom. And for the site at Heinrich-Heine-Allee, the existing site of our opera, you can see the design by Snøhetta, one by Ingenhofen Architects, Henning Larsen Architects, Munich, and HPP Düsseldorf. All the designs show the great potential of this project, and I am sure that the new opera will be a major step forward in our city's development. With an architectural competition to follow in the second half of 2023, I am sure that I'm able to present more details to you next year. And I hope to see you all again then, here at MIPIM, or even better, in Düsseldorf. In the meantime, thank you for your attention and enjoy the rest of your stay here in Düsseldorf at MIPIM.